Hey, welcome to the Seven Freedoms Frequency podcast with me, Iona Meade at the Soul Legacy TV, Spiritual Business Success with Iona. And today is Financial Freedom Sunday. And today we are going to be talking about your soul clients and financial freedom for spiritual entrepreneurs. So I'm going to dive into this episode because it's Sunday. I want to talk about financial freedom, and I want to talk about our business model as spiritual entrepreneurs and working with soul clients and attracting soul clients and repelling soul clients and being in alignment with soul clients, how many soul clients we want to work with, all the things. At the Seven Freedoms Frequency podcast, I talk about on a Monday, creating a life purpose-led business, a freedom-driven service-based business. And one of the reasons why I talk about that is because we want to be in alignment with receiving financial freedom. And when we receive the financial freedom, the other areas that I talk about in the Seven Freedoms Frequency is health and emotions and your environment and your relationships and your spirituality. So each of those areas make up the Seven Freedoms Frequency and raising our vibrational frequency. So oftentimes, the people that I work with, hey, thank you for the love. It is Sunday. Thank you for scrolling and giving your girls some love. Let me know who you are and where you are tuning in from. Super excited to have your energy here with me. To be fair, it's 7:30 p.m. UK in the UK, and I'm here and you girls pushing through. I'm feeling a little bit tired. I share my highs, my lows for the week. I've had a really great week. I share rating our vibrational frequency, like how to raise our vibration, setting intentions, journaling, visualization, all the things. And then banking 50K in 50 days is a challenge. And so for Sunday, and this whole idea of why I come live is to, again, share the highs, the lows, the successes. And I was just saying to my niece, I feel a bit meh. Not low vibrational in that sense, but just a little bit tired. And I said, do you think I'm coming down with something? Are you coming down with something? And she said, I feel a little bit tired. I feel a little bit drained. And that's not like me. So I went out we went out last Saturday. I said, do you think that's like catching up? She said, maybe. I don't know. But the changes throughout the week for me is in the dating space and in the thing. And I'm like trying to pinpoint why I feel different this weekend to last weekend. I mean, last week I had a hangover, like a big hangover. So, but I'm still pushing through and still setting those intentions. So I want to really reflect on my week and what I put in place and what I've dropped off at. And to be fair, the health piece and the exercising, I've dropped off at. And I said, that's where, like, come Monday, and the beauty of the Seven Freedoms Frequency podcast is that we get to immediately see, okay, each day, each week, and then like it builds up the month and the year. And so I'm like, okay, let me reset. What am I missing? Definitely missing exercise. So I've got space and room to do that. So Monday morning, and I bought a diary, like a scheduler, which for 2024, which I love this. It's beautiful. And it's orange inside, my favorite colors, and the to-do and the blah, 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 and the meal planner. And then it doesn't start till January. I'm like, oh, so what am I going to do between now and January for the Seven Freedoms Frequency? I'm really excited to put this in, because I will put the details and the notes and things and creating the year. That's really important. And I think that's probably the message for today, is like looking back on this last year, 2023. I mean, if we were to hold 2020's diary in our hands, what would that look like for you? 2021, you're like, yes, it's going to get better. 2022, you're like, I'm going to smash it. 2023, it's nearly over. So we're looking into 2024. So what is your 2024 going to look like? For me, the Seven Freedoms Frequency in this daily podcast is going in here every single day, showing up, speaking out, and serving deep and raising my own vibration. Now that feels exciting to me. That feels really exciting to me. And it wasn't something that I planned to speak about, but I'm like, oh, I can look at this 2024 and be in alignment with it and visualize, because I've set my vision board, which we'll talk about. I've set my vision board and I've set how I want to work, my work schedule. I've scheduled out this business for the Soul Legacy Academy and the Spiritual Biz YouTubers Network. I know my office hours. I know when I'm going to come live. I know when I'm going to create joint vision partnerships. I know where I'm going to feature. I know where I'm going to feature guests. I know where I'm working in my mastermind office hours. I know when I want to run my retreat. I know when I want to have my book launch. That contribution freedom. And that year, contributing, and then it's Financial Freedom Sunday and the bank 50K in 50 days. It's like, how many 50 days? To be fair, it's like all of the whole year. Excuse me, it's 50-day cycles for the bank 50K in 50 days. But this is the first time ever, really, that I can say, because I was fostering 3 children under 5 for the last year. I scheduled out my business, I paused it, and I was reorganizing things and automating it. Then I spent a whole year fostering 3 children under 5, family. And now I can honestly say this is the first year in my business. My seasons run from October through to April. So we're in November now. It's the first year that I can really, really, really see and feel clearly as a spiritual entrepreneur being organized and planning, because we resist the planning. Like, no, I don't want to plan. I don't want to schedule. I want to be spontaneous. I don't like to do that. However, we are employed by our business, right? And so as an employee of our own business, when are we showing up? When are we serving deep? When are we on enrollment calls? When are we making offers? When are we creating videos? When are we writing? When are we writing articles? When are we getting featured in the media? This is going to be a magical, magical, magical 2024. And it's all going to be documented in here. Even bought a new pen. I said to my niece, you know what? I'm going to try to write so neatly because my writing is terrible. I have learning dyslexia, and that's not me putting myself down. I just can't read my own writing. So this is like, so what do you have planned? I love that. So I bought this today, and I bought some more paper as a notepad to just be clear. So this is gonna sit with me for me to set what else do I need to do this year? Mostly email automation. What else do I need to do this year to make 2024 like the best year ever? And my daughter and my soul daughter and I are like, yeah, it's going to be amazing. We're going to make it this. We're going to make it that. We said it for 2022. We said it for 2023. And I'm sure we're going to say it for 2024, right? So it's like, but it's that planning and preparing. And then it's like, okay, it's time to actually do it. And I love that. So when I do my vision board in December, I've done one in July. When I finish fostering, the day that I finish kinship foster care, and then I'm going to do it in December, and I will plan out this year. But it's really taking those actions, and we'll talk about that today. So how do you feel? We rate our vibrational frequency on the 7 Fragrance Frequency podcast, and I never know where I'm going to go with this. So it's like, okay, I think I'm going to talk about one thing, and then I open my mouth, and then I look at something. I will share what is going on for me, and what comes up and what just comes through me to share, because I know that many of my soul clients, many of my community, my soul tribe, my soul niche are not organized. Not like we're either working what I call a soul-sucking day job. It doesn't have to feel soul-sucking, but we're working and it doesn't feel like the place that we need to be in. And we want to transition to working one-to-many. We want to transition to working from 9 to 5 or nights or whatever. And I work nights. I don't think I've ever worked really 9 to 5, to be fair. But I've worked for someone else. I've worked part-time and I've studied and I've done all the things. And just really having the whole dedicated time to serving my business feels absolutely magical. But the financial freedom, not exchanging when you think, oh, I don't want to ask people for money. I don't want to, what I do it for being in service. Well, the 24 hours that we get. So living an intentional life, I call the 7 freedoms frequency, the intentional living code. So it's like, okay, well, I'm taking care of my health, I'm contributing, taking care of my emotions, taking care of my environment, taking care of my relationships, taking care of my spirituality, and I'm going to leave finances out. Makes no sense, because the financial freedom is required for you to have that lifestyle. And more, and the more I speak it, the more that I attract my soul clients who get it, who are willing to show up, speak out, and serve deep. I know that many of my soul clients, today's financial freedom, and talking about your soul clients, and many of my soul clients are not clear on who their soul clients are, and having that clarity. And I have tools and ways and what have you, and training to help you get clear on that and to actually be in service. And part of the Bank 50K in 50 Days challenge is getting on sessions, getting on calls, and actually having conversations. And I just signed up for some more training. I was talking about 2 sets of training that I went on this week, which is like had my mind busy. And then I've just gone on another training. I was talking about the AI stuff and me going on and learning. And the guy was saying his training is to help listen to his stuff, his soul tribe avatar, persona or profile, ideal client. He says that he guarantees with his training to get 70, 80 calls, sales calls a month, because his ideal client wants sales calls. My clients and spiritual entrepreneurs are like resistant of calls. And I'm like, nah, I want to have the people that also know it's necessary to get on a call and have a conversation, that know, but don't feel good about having a sales call. So we replace the sales call with a breakthrough call, but they're aware of, I need to get on the phone, because if I don't get on the phone, I'm not making any money. I'm very clear on that now. I can teach it, but I don't need to convince you that you need to do that. And so he said that it was Ted McGrath's training, the Message to Millions guy. And he was saying, he can get 70 calls per month, or 70, 80 calls guaranteed. And then he's like, people don't always believe, but the people that he works with are earning up to like 6 million, and blah, 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 blah. That's his client. And so that's why he can guarantee it. When you get like 4,000 leads in a month, he can present with 80 calls. And so he's like, if they're not generating that, it's not a good fit for them. And I love that. And I am setting that distinction for spiritual entrepreneurs who are actually working, who know they want to transition out of their job, but know they need to set aside time to work on their business. I'm really excited about that, to be very clear on, working and having that burnout, and being over the top busy, but and just being on that treadmill and feeling stuck in your business. And because we're doing other work and we want to do our work in the world, that's the transition, that's the gap that I want to build and that I want to create. Because the way that I design how to live your life, we identify the 24 hours in a day and dedicate that time, to build your business. So the clients that I have coming to me and the students that I have coming to me are already working, and it's hard. It is hard to juggle. It is hard to juggle. It's not easy, but it's worth it. So that's where I want to be. It's like, okay, well, I know what it feels like to not have that dream realized, and you've got all of life to balance, So if I can support my soul clients in balancing that, that's a really, really amazing thing. So that's where I'm going with my business for 2024. 7 Freedoms Frequency Podcast, the 7 freedoms and the segments is rating your vibrational frequency. How in alignment do you feel with your financial freedom? Do you feel like you're blocked it, you don't know who your clients are, you don't know what your business is, you don't know what your business model is, you haven't scheduled anything out, you don't know what to say, your movement, your message, and your money is not aligned? That's my jam. You want to start your YouTube channel, you want to start a podcast, you want to create a course, you want to do all the things. but you don't know how to put it all together. And that's one of the things I'm really good at, is bringing everything that you do under one umbrella and giving you that that framework to actually say, let's transition out of that, and actually let's, position you as an author, an authority. And actually, when you're on YouTube or you're writing your book, you're leveraging and you're building a legacy. But it does take time. It does take time. So how do you feel? I feel like I'm at an 11. With my financial freedom, I feel like I've building a business that can sustain the duration. Like, I can see it really clearly. And I know that I'm the version of me that is in alignment with that. And I was talking and I was saying that I was doing my recording for that $1 million a year, that $1 million business idea. And I love it. I'm so in alignment with that. And the more I say it, and the more I say it out loud, and the more I share with others, because people say, I hit 1 million, I did this, I did that. You've got to have the idea and be in alignment. And I want to share the journey, the journey, what it really takes. It takes that self-belief. It takes, managing your emotions. It takes navigating the here and now. It takes all those things. It takes seeing how you feel every single day. So how do you feel? So throughout this week, if you're new to me, we rate our vibrational frequency every single day. The idea is to rise and reside at what I call the Cheers to Financial Freedom frequency. So that means feeling good about your contribution in the world, feeling good about your health, feeling good about your emotions, feeling good about your environment, feeling good about your relationships, feeling good about your spirituality, and feeling good about your finances, in order for it, before it manifests, right? So we add up all of our vibrational frequencies for the week, which is, we rate between a 1 and 11 every single day. So 1 being you're feeling self-funk, 11 being, yes, things are just moving for me. Things are just, when one door closes, another one opens. And so when I add up all of my vibrational, I'm at a 77. That's the highest vibration. You could be at a 7 if you scored all 1s or anything else in between, right? And if you score lower, you want to go back and look at, what's going on in each area. Doesn't mean to say that each area you have to be perfect, but how do you feel about it? And I know that feeling like, because Health Freedom is on Tuesday and now it's Sunday, and I feel amazing still. But I know that area, I'm like, okay, my routine, how I'm launching my day, leading my day, and leaving my day, health wise, because I had Friday and I was like, I'm just gonna lay in bed. I'm just going to chill. And I did. And it's guilt free and it's amazing. And I'm like, okay, let me get back into that routine. When you just drop off a little bit, or you're like, oh, let me just have a break from the routine, step back and then step into it. Do you know what I mean? So welcome. Let me know where you are in the world and where you're watching, because we're streaming this out on YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, streaming it out in the Soul Legacy Academy, which I'm founder of for my students, and also on the socials and in my groups and all those things. So let me know where you're watching from. I can't tell you where you're watching, but I know that you're watching. Don't jump off just because I say I can see you watching. So the 7 freedoms frequency, let me know if you're new. We go to vision boards next for the second segment of this podcast, this YouTube podcast. And that's visioning. So do you use a vision board? I love vision boards. I love them. So I started out online in 2008-9 as the vision coach. And my first ever website was makeyourownvisionboard.com. And ever since, I've been making vision boards. But now I have a system for creating my vision board. And the vision board is, it feels lovely to create it. I have a 7-day vision board challenge, spiritual business vision board challenge, on my YouTube channel at the Soul Legacy TV. With spiritual business success with Iona. And again, I did my 7-day in July, and I will do it live annually on the second week in December. Monday to Sunday at 7:30 p.m. UK time. So you'll see the playlist, and if you scroll down, you'll see that the lives that is scheduled out, because I schedule out my business. And that's one of the things, like for me, for this planner, is in December, I know exactly every single area of my life, how I want to visualize it. And so when I'm creating a vision board, I'm going to tune and track my frequency, but I'm also going to have a relationship with my diary. And as I'm manifesting, as I go, do you know what I mean? So that believability is there because I'm willing to do the work and track and tune and record it. It's not this esoteric, this, delusional thing that's way out there. It's me planning my life, and I'm really excited about it, and doing the things and learning what to do and when, and to build those relationships and to welcome those soul clients in. Welcoming 180 students into my masterclass is absolutely the goal and beyond, for 2024. Well, for now and 2024. So I love that. Do you know what I mean? Love it. 180. It's not that much. It's not that much. It feels really good. Feels really, really good. So the vision board is for each area of your life, for the 7 freedoms frequency, specifically for finances and banking 50K in 50 days. That's the challenge, right? So, excuse me, on the 7 freedoms frequency podcast, we talk about your rating, your vibration. We talk about how you feel. We talk about your next soul guided action steps, and how you want to launch your day, lead your day, and leave your day, and how finances and working with soul clients impacts that, versus working for yourself, self-employed, versus being employed, working and trading time for money and that time per hour. So when you're working with soul clients, not even just working one-to-one, working in a group or creating courses and passive income streams, which is hard work in the beginning. I'm not even going to lie. It is such hard work to drag everything out of you. Now we've got AI to help us with that, and I'm exploring that. I've done my work, but I've got a process for it, and I'm just learning to plug the AI into help you guys create things faster, because I know everybody wants things yesterday. Although it's not just relying on AI, it's actually doing the work and combining what it is that you're doing and just having that message flow out and then altering it. So I'm really excited about all of that. So I have a one-page plan called the High Paying Soul Client Funnel Formula. And that formula, I'm going to be speaking about your next soul guided action steps and how you want to launch your day, lead your day, and leave your day, and what that actually looks like. And then not having any excuses, because we're going to have shortcuts into creating all the things, but still, we're still going to have to be brave enough to have those conversations. And my avatar, my soul client, my soul tribe avatar, it needs up leveling. It needs that being very clear on, okay, you know that you want to serve in business. And I think that it's that point of, you've already been serving in your trading time one-on-one, and you want to move into one-to-many, right? Because I'm the person like whether you've started your business or you haven't, and a lot of people won't work with people who have not started their business and who have not got any clients at all, or have never got any clients, because it's harder and there's a lot more resistance. And so when we think of, you've got to be brave. I work with anyone who's willing to move forward and see their life and take that consistent action, and who is willing to show up, speak out, and serve deeply, who wants to start a podcast, who wants to start a YouTube podcast. I'm excited about it. So that vision and those next action steps, what does that look like for you? What 1 to 3 things can you do to be in alignment with your financial freedom goal? Like really be in alignment, like really set the vision, create your vision board, and be willing to step forward. I know that we have money blocks. I know that we have fear around money. I know that blah, 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 but really even that, altering my avatar to where you know, they're ready to up level, they've overcome their money blocks, right? And they're willing to receive the money. Like, uh, yeah, it's just at a different stage. I need to be clearer on who I want to work with, because if you're so terrified of working with clients and you're so terrified of receiving any money, we can't even work together. It's like the system and the framework won't even work. I remember working and building the Spiritual Business Woman Network, and half of the women were not in business. But it's a Spiritual Business Woman Network, right? I want to be in business. And then some people were like, yeah, I don't even want to be in business. Why are you in the network? Like, let's absolutely keep it real. Let me reach the people, move out of the way. Let me reach the people who want to be in business, who are in business, who are starting out 1, 2, 3 years down the line, but want to bring their area of expertise and want to write their book. I've got to be very clear on who it is that I want to work with, because if I don't, then I know the level of commitment is not there. And it lights me up to work with people who've got a movement inside of them. And I say spiritual entrepreneurs with a movement. And the more I get out there, the more I'm going to be clear and say, this is not for you. And I don't often do that. This is not for you if, and people do that. This is not for you if you're blah, blah, blah. And I need to speak that. I am not for you if you want to hide behind closed doors. Makes no sense. You're not really in business, are you then, really? Learning to market, yes. And even that, resistance to marketing, how does that even make sense? Like, I'm done with that. I'm just done with all of that. I'm done with the excuses, the BS. I'm just done with it. I only want to work with people who are done with it, done with the BS, done with the excuses, willing to learn, ready to be in business, ready to make a real impact in the world. So, 2024 is going to be a very different year for me, because if you're not ready, I can't help. So I'm just saying. So that's the vision. That's launching, leading, and leaving your day. We talk about gratitude, where I don't know where my gratitude stone rock is. It's around here somewhere on my desk. It is. So we talk about expressing gratitude, because we want to be really, really grateful for all the things that we have in our life on a day-to-day basis. And I love expressing gratitude the Seven Freedoms frequency way. So you may have a gratitude journal. You may be familiar with it. You may even teach it. The way that we do it on the Seven Freedoms frequency podcast is to say, I'm happy and I'm grateful and I appreciate, because sometimes when we express gratitude, it's more of the lack of, like, I don't have this and I really want it, rather than I'm truly happy and grateful. So every single day we express gratitude. Sorry, we do. What are you doing? Oh, yeah. Thank you. I love my niece is whispering because I'm in her dining room and she's grabbing drinks from the fridge. I'm like, what are you doing? She's got a bunch of, every day she's got a bunch of stuff. I'm gonna have to get her a basket. She's trying to be quiet for me so I can be so I can focus on you. But you know what? Family's first. And I love it. I love her energy. She's just beautiful. She's just the most amazing niece. I was saying to her today, you're my first little lady. Yeah, my first little lady. And now she's 35. It's crazy. So express gratitude. So, when we talk about gratitude and we talk about expressing gratitude in every single area, we bring in how we contribute in the world, our health, our emotions, our environment, our relationships, our spirituality, and our finances. And so to jump to contribution, she's contributing to me in the most amazing ways. I'm so happy and grateful and really appreciating. I hold my little gratitude stone that my daughter gave me. It's a love heart. I'm so happy and grateful because we don't always have to be the ones that are going out there, giving, and, never ever receiving. It's a really weird muscle for me to receive. Sometimes, especially like, I'm a role model. Hey, welcome. I'm a role model for my family, from my daughter, from my niece. She's younger than me. Like, but allowing her to contribute to me, it feels a bit weird. I'm not going to lie, but I'm super happy and grateful, and I truly do appreciate it. So yeah, she's going in and out of the fridge. She's just making me laugh. So I'm happy and grateful and appreciate health. That I'm here and I'm breathing, right? As a spiritual entrepreneur, yeah, we get so caught up in helping and healing others, right? And the health and well-being of others. And then we don't always pour into ourselves. Like, no, for me, again, this and I'm gonna leave this on my desk until like the new year. Because for me, the healthiest version of me is focusing on all areas of pouring into me first, my mental health, my emotional health, my spiritual health, my and now my daughter's 20 and we're not living together. Excuse me, excuse me, it's my time, for the first time in 30 years. Wow. The first time, wow. Wow. I'm gonna be emotional. Wow. That just hit me. I know this. For the first time in 30 years, because I'd said to her, it's 20 years, 20 years since I had her. We've not had all of this time apart ever. And then I'm like, now I just realized it's like for the first time in 30 years as a mama, to have that time on my own, to really focus on me. That's a long time. It's a long time. And if you don't know, wow. So yeah, emotional. So if you don't know, trying to dry my eyes and hold the leakages in. My son passed 8 years ago. So my eldest, my firstborn. So a mama, he was 28. He would have been 28, sorry. And so yeah, first time in almost 3 decades. So obviously it takes me back to having him, you know. So this is the first time that I was into childcare and doing different things, and you work part-time and you're there for your children. Oh no, I'm crying. So welcome. The first time in 30 years to really dial down and, provide for me financially. And that just really hit me, and it might be true for you. Who do you have that's relying on you for the finances, or relying on your time, relying on you, and how you have to split your time? This is the first time, even when I've launched the business and I've been online, this is not a new rodeo, but I've been a mama first. I'm still a mama first, but I'm being a mama first, like in the household, and then being, kinship foster caring. That was really big for me and very intense. And so this is the first time. And obviously I gave up my home. I did all the things in the summertime, and I went to London, and now I'm back in my second hometown, and I'm in a peaceful place. And I'm like, wow. And looking at, this year, so the reason the emotions is because looking at this year, this is like a free year, the first, because obviously I had the children for half of this year, right, until like July, almost August. And so this is the first full year in 30 years where I get to decide my time, how I spend my time, obviously with family, and I adore my daughter, But yeah, that's big. So that just got me. That just got me. Wow. And I had no idea, we're talking about the diary and talking about to really go for it, like not do a school run, not do a blah blah blah, not do a just me. Just me and you. Wow. Okay. So I'm happy and grateful and appreciate. Don't even know what gratitude I got up to. Health, emotions. I'm grateful that I can still be in tune with my own emotions, going through so much grief and pain, and still be here standing and smiling, right? Big, big, and honor my kids and my granddaughter. I'm proud of me, really proud of me. I'm happy and I'm grateful and I appreciate the environment that I'm in and the environment that I'm creating. And I'm waiting for the universe to catch up a little, but I'm happy and grateful for it anyway, for the seeds of it. And I'm happy and grateful to reach everyone who needs to hear my message when they need to hear it. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate the relationships. So from last week to this week, so the contrast or the experiences, so much as just so many people have impacted my life in this last week, be it through training, be it through collabs, be it through this online experience, be it through, you know, my sister and my family, be it through, it just absolutely amazing. For last Sunday even, so I'd gone out, I'd met different people. We had a family do last weekend. But it's been an incredible week, and I think that's because I've been like literally locked in a room, not literally locked, but in London for like 3 months. And then there's just like lots that have gone on. You know, I'd been out for the first time in months, met out with family, first time in a long time. See my daughter, done training, done just a lot, and it feels incredible. And dating and all those things. And I was saying yesterday about the spirituality and bringing that in. And I know that my soul clients also have the experience with dating and relationships. So I'm happy and grateful for the relationships I have, and I'm happy and grateful for the book that I'm going to write for the Waiting for the One, Soulmates, Sex and Marriage, and the ultimate guide to soulmate attraction, sensual sex and a magic marriage. I'm so excited to write that book. I'm going to live that book first. But I'm happy and grateful for the relationships that are showing me and steering me. And yesterday I was like, oh my gosh, you know, I'm attracting certain people, I'm repelling certain people, and then when one door closes, another door opens. And I know for a fact the people that I've chosen in my life, from my husband, ex-husband, to the soulmate relationship that I had for 7 years, to the twin flame union, that's impacted my business so much. It's impacted who I reach, how far I go. And I don't know about you if you feel like this for financial freedom as a woman online, as a woman in business, and as a woman driving, going for it. You've got to have a strong man who's not intimidated by what it is that you're doing. And I am ready for that. This 2024 sees Iona Meade with my man, my husband, who's proud of me, who doesn't want me to dump my shine, who's like there with me side by side, who's interested in what I'm doing, who's interested in similar things. It matters. It matters. So I'm going to be very intentional with that. So I'm happy and grateful for my relationships. I'm happy and grateful for spirituality, just knowing that I can have a soul to soul connection. And be writing the book, I'm so excited. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate all of the mastermind students, the 180 students that I have in the mastermind, birthing their book through the Soul Legacy TV press. Boom. Love it. Absolutely love it. Setting it on my vision board. Done. All right. Bank 50K in 50 days challenge. So the soul income game is something that we play, every single day. And this is the Soul Legacy Journal. It's a notebook. It's 365 days of your spiritual awakening story. A co-created soul path to spiritual alchemy for light workers. That's my quote on the back. So it says, your soul legacy is every life you impact, influence, or impress upon, and every soul client, soul family, and soul tribe you touch. Soul expansion begins with you. Iona Meade, the host of the #1 Spiritual Awakening on your YouTube summit. Boom. Love it. And so this was created a really long time ago, and here I am. Love it. Absolutely love it. So this journal gives you £1,000, dollars, or euros every single day. We bank 50K in 50 days for our vibrational money voucher. Do the vision board challenge first. then purchase something on your vision board. And I say that I will share with you what I purchase every single Sunday. With the vibrational money voucher, there's rules. You type 10%. 10% for me goes to a worthy cause, Compassionate Friends, because it's for a charity for bereaved parents, because I am one, which I'm actually involved in as well. And I will be volunteering for and tithing my time. And come from the space that your bills are already paid, come from the space that your taxes are already paid, come from the space that all your savings are done for a year, right? So that whole year savings are done, all the things like, oh, I love it. And so I'm visualizing myself writing in that journal, writing that diary. So we spend the vibrational money voucher, right, every single day. And if you don't want to spend it on a daily, you can spend it all, you can carry it over to the next day and purchase something bigger, or spend it all on Sunday like I do. So today I spent the vibrational money on a holiday on an Airbnb. This is on my vision board, on an Airbnb in Portugal. And I was talking to somebody and they've thought of Portugal. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go to Portugal. There's 4 bedrooms, there's 6 of us, and I'm visualizing couples. And so me being one of them, just so you know, I'm not in a couple right now, but I will be. Yeah, right. So I'm visualizing this, and this is what I did today. And each pricing was $555. Can I get a name in? Because that's how much my boot camp is. $55 for my spiritual YouTubers challenge. Start your spiritual YouTube channel. Hello. $55 for the Soul Legacy launch blueprint. $5,555 for the mastermind. So that's how much it was. So 7 nights. Nightlife was all around there. It was on the beachfront. I got flights to Faro, if that's what you say it, how you say it. Love it. Spent the vibrational money voucher. Didn't spend it all. Actually, I had some left over. But if you do not use it, you lose it. But I was good with that. Like, I didn't do it to the penny, and I didn't go get luggage or new clothes, and I could have done. But I'm excited about the Bank 50K 50 Days Challenge. So I went and I saved that on my Airbnb, and I like visualized who was with me, and just having a lovely time, like being able to afford going away and being able to work away and being able to spend that time with, you know, having the and it wasn't even that much. And I kept bumping up the price and bumping up the where I was going to stay and bumping up all the things because it was so dirt cheap. So dirt cheap. So the card for today, which I pulled, and then I'm going to talk about the book that I'm going to read a little bit of the book for today, The Millionaire Mind. The card for today is Lord Shiva, Transcendence. So every single day, this is from Keepers of the Light. So I'll pull a card for us. And this says, and I've resonated with every single one. Let me see the card. You can see it. This one says, rise up. Honor your inner force. Steps are being given. Dance with the universe. It's such a beautiful deck. It's got the snake up there. It's such a beautiful deck. And every day I'm like, I look at it and I lean into it and I'm like, yeah, I'm trusting. That spirituality, I'm trusting. Sometimes it's hard, isn't it? You know, like, oh, you know, well, you say you're trusting, but your voice, your mind, your chatter. And I think the book that I was listening to yesterday, The Untethered Soul, says that it's like the me that's talking and the voice in the head and the blah, 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 blah. And all those things. And it's like, no, inner force. Not sure what happened. Only inner force, right? Dance with the universe. Let's dance with the universe. So that's the card for today. That's the last one of the week. The book is this book, and I only read a little bit, to be fair. I love The Miracle Morning. This says by Hal Elrod. He's co-authored a book with David Osborne, sorry. And it says, what the wealthy do before 8 a.m. that will make you rich. Basically, the Miracle Morning, let me just open it. So, your first investment lesson. This previous chapter, the value of the morning, and the words of 1,000 people who have become Miracle Morning believers. point to a powerful idea. What if mornings weren't how you start your day, but how you create it? Exactly. How you start your day could be the single most important factor in determining how you live your life. When you wake up with excitement and create purposeful, powerful, productive morning, you set yourself up to win the day. And I love this, but I wanted to set myself up to win like the whole day. And so when I talk about launching, leading, and leaving your soul legacy throughout the day, that was it. I love this. If you have the miracle morning, which I do, I love how it does work. He has a version for the miracle morning for millionaires. So, excuse me, I will. Oh, bless me! I will be starting it because it does actually feel like a miracle when you're launching your day with that. So that is where I'm going with it. Millionaire status. The miracle morning. Let's put it to the test. 185 students in the Soul Legacy Academy. Boom, let's welcome them in. All right, so I'm actually going to do the maths on that, and I don't have a calculator on me. I'll have to use my phone. So the next thing is to invite you to the Bank 50K 50 Days Challenge, the Spiritual Biz YouTubers live masterclass. And it is where we bank 50K in 50 days. I show you a business model. I give you a one-page plan to create your $1 million business idea. I give you a formula. I share with you some teachings on it. And I give you 4 hours of training on how to speak to, serve, and sign up your high-paying soul clients online. I'm really excited to share with you what I'm doing. Creating your book, launching your book around it, birthing your book, position yourself as an author and as an authority on your topic. I think speaking to, serving, and signing up high-paying soul clients online is just like, yes, why would you not want to do that? So that's that. 4-hour masterclass last Monday of the month at 3 p.m. UK time. First Monday of the month at 9 p.m. UK time is our Spiritual Biz YouTubers networking call. Do share this out to anyone who you know who wants to start a podcast, start a YouTube channel, become an author, create a course, and who wants to bring all of that stuff under one umbrella and actually do it with ease, grace, and flow. I'm super excited. So that happens on the first Monday of the month, where we collaborate, we co-create, we connect, we be guests, we feature guests, and we're willing to be visible. Right? We're willing to be visible, to really speak and connect to our clients. You know why we're willing to be visible? Because we're proud of what we do. And we do have a message, and we do have a movement, and we're tired of being behind closed doors, like hiding. And I say, you know, that fear of failure, that fear of success, and that fear of selling. And it's time, you know. So if you've had a fear of being visible, it's time. Like, that's it. That's my message for the whole entire year. Are you willing to be visible? Are you willing to be on camera? Are you willing to speak to your soul clients? Like, so welcome. I'm just about to hop off this 7 Freedoms Frequency YouTube podcast. Subscribe to the YouTube channel at Soul Legacy TV, Spiritual Business Success with Iona. Follow along for this. Leave a voice note on Spotify. Come and join the group. Come and join the monthly call. All the things. Let me know how you find it. Send this out to someone who also needs to hear this message. Engage with it. Share your voice and shine your light, because you are born to serve. Big love. Take care.